What's up, y'all? I had to make a new commercial because my eyebrows grew back, so I couldn't keep running that same ad. Plus, a couple people complained. Fuck y'all, first of all. It's a great commercial, but gotta make the people happy, right? If I want y'all to buy t-shirts, I gotta keep y'all happy, you know? But now that I'm broke and struggling to make ends meet because YouTube demonetized me, you gotta help me not turn homeless, not be homeless. So in order to help me not be homeless, you gotta buy some t-shirts. Hey, even if you don't like me, do it for Kane. Have you seen Kane? Have you seen how beautiful that dog is? Let me show y'all to remind y'all how beautiful Kane is. So let me share the screen. Look at this puppy. Look at, you see that little puppy right there? That's Kane. If you don't buy t-shirts, Kane is gonna go hungry, man. He gonna be homeless, you know what I'm saying? You don't want him to be homeless. So support your boy by buying some tees. Wait a minute. What do y'all see? What do y'all see right now? Y'all see this, right? Y'all see the Teammacho? I'm sharing the screen, so hopefully y'all see this. Yeah, so you just go to the website. It's Teammacho.shop, and you can go for the Game Time tee. You got Game Time on the front, Teammacho on the back, or the I'm Not a Scientist tee. You got I'm Not a effing scientist. I'm a bodybuilder, baby, because that's what we do. You heard? And let me show Stu some love too. It's my boy. Stu is moving to Dallas, so show him some love so he could afford moving to Dallas. You don't want him to have to move to the hood, right? You don't want Stu in the hood. You know, he look a little Puerto Rican. He might fit in, but be careful. You don't want him in the hood. You don't want him getting in no trouble. Support his shirts. You got Beef Stew, Fear to Fro. This is my favorite one, personally. Sophomore season. And then you got the Serious with the Beef Stew. This is cool too, actually, with the abs and thighs. It's a good pose. But this is my favorite, personally. So stop what you're doing right now. Not right now, right now. And go cop you a couple of teas. Cop mine first. And then cop Stu's. But anyways, enjoy the podcast. I'm not supposed to curse, but motherfucker.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Apparently the most controversial guest on the show, apparently.
I don't know why. I don't know what I did.
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was like one troll or something, but it seems to be like
Multiple.
a few people. Yeah, that's weird though. Like, what's the issue here? I don't get it. I don't. It might literally just be like having a girl on a podcast. It might literally be that, which is strange, but
I mean, yeah, it is what it is, but welcome. So,
I think that's
sorry, not sorry.
I think that's super weird. But those are like the weirdos though. I feel like
Realistically, they know they love me. They want to be my friend.
You know what I think? I think if you take the time out of your day to leave that comment, there's a thin line between love and hate. I think you have to be fond of somebody enough to go out your way to leave a comment, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like you might, I feel like most of us see something we don't like, we're like, and then we'll just go past it. But if you take the energy to leave the comment, I think deep down, like you like the person to an extent, and there's something that's just you don't know how to express yourself, you know? I don't know.
I mean, I was also in prep too, so I was a little bit different than now. we'll see if things change.
I, f- I feel like that happens to everybody though. Like in prep, everybody got a little bit, but I feel like some of us get a little attitude, a little edgy. You were just tired, right? You just seem like a little tired.
Pretty much. I mean, I'm coming back from training and trying to participate, and I pay attention, I listen. Uh, there was one
Mhm.
time where I was probably dozing off, but sorry, that was pre-contest, and
Shit. Look at Joe. Joe is always dozing off. Joe is dozing off every 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But
no, it's
you
all good.
you were in prep and then you got sick, no?
Yes. So basically, my timeline of where I'm at up until now is saw you in Texas. I did the Texas
Mhm.
Pro.
Mhm.
I don't know how much I want to divulge information wise because there's some things
Uh,
I do want to keep to myself,
for sure.
but some things were going on after, like literally the night of the Texas Pro. Um,
Mhm.
that just fucked my head up
Okay.
mentally. Mentally, a lot of people are telling me things that. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about this because once I get the monkey off my back, I feel better and I'm open about it. But long story
Mhm.
short, um, the night of Texas Pro, I'm going up on stage before they're doing the awards, right? So I think this is literally after routines and we're going out for the awards. I don't know what part, but somebody came up to me as I'm literally on the staircase about to go out. I don't know if it was for my routine or for the last four call out or whatever, the final
Okay.
four, but some person came up to me and literally told me, they were like, "Hey, Alyssa, I know the results. Just be confident. You got this." Like they're basically telling me that I won
Hmm.
before it was announced.
Yeah.
So you put that into my head as I'm about to go out on stage for the awards or whatever is going on. So then I didn't win. So it's
Hmm.
like I don't believe in doing that because I would never tell my clients you're gonna win. I would never tell anybody you won before they win or lose, like or get second or whatever, third, fourth, fifth. I just don't do that. And that person that did that to me, it kind of like threw me off. And it like
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, hmm. And I was unable to enjoy the moment on stage. Although I was happy, it was later in the night. It was like 9 o'clock when they did the awards. I was tired, but it was just like, what? Why would you say that? And it was
Yeah.
just like, it just fucked my head up. Then after the show, a lot of things were told to me and it just stressed me out. But coming back home, I did get sick. And but I went down to like 2 weeks after Texas Pro, I went down to McAllen and guest post for Bernadette at the RGB Classic with Emmanuel Longoria. We did not
Mhm.
pose until it was probably 9 o'clock at night. Again,
Mhm.
everything timeline of my schedules just got thrown off. My sleep schedule got thrown off. And the whole time I was in McAllen, I wasn't myself. And I was trying to train at the gyms and I was still in prep because I had committed to the Legion Sports Festival prior to the guest posing. So as I went down to McAllen, I'm prepped. I'm 4 weeks out. I was just not feeling good about anything. Like even I wasn't excited about guest posing or nothing. And come like
Yeah.
when I got back home, I was sick. So I basically was getting sick in McAllen while I was guest posing. Came back to Corpus Christi and I was sick. Whether it was the flu, COVID, I don't know. I had a fever, stuffy nose, all that, but it took me out for like a day or two from the gym, even though there was a couple days I went to the gym and pushed through because I'm in prep for the Legion.
Mhm.
Um, I just pushed through it and it just rocked me. But my body, it was like my body like inflamed and I just got really watery and poofy looking. And
Yeah. You
again,
posted something, right?
yeah,
You
I don't
posted
really have
this.
yes. Now on the right, it's a couple days after the sickness. So I'm like trying to get the water off me and get back to the pre-contest Texas look. And
Still in
again,
shape
it's
though.
still in shape, and I currently
Mhm.
am to this day, but
Mhm.
realistically, man, you can't I'm not gonna go on stage one, not confident. And the only way I'm
Mhm.
going to be confident is if I bring my best. I know I'm not my best. I simply can look down at my legs and
And you
tell
can
if I'm my best or not. Like that day you
flex, yeah.
asked me on the podcast, are you hard? Like, are your legs hard? Hell yeah, they are.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what's up? What's up,
Conf-
Zaid?
you confident.
Yeah, so
What's up, what's up,
I know what's
Jason?
going on.
What's up?
Yo,
What's up,
Jason,
guys?
if you
I figured I'd hop on for a bit.
but yeah, if you're gonna work out, you could always work out and hop on after. We'll probably still be on, depending on how long your workout is.
Sure,
So whatever.
it'll probably be like an hour, but yeah, I figured I'll hop on for a little bit. You guys do it for a couple hours?
Yeah, usually about 2 hours or so. So
Cool.
we'll probably still be on.
Hell yeah,
Yes,
sweet.
sir. All right, brother.
Later.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Yeah, you want to be confident. You want to be confident in your look, and you want to feel good. Like who the fuck wants to step on stage? There was that one year Andrew was sick at the Olympia, and you can tell like his salute was lackluster. He was posing like he didn't want to be there, even though I mean he still got top 5, right? So you could still look good, but you know you're not 100, and you feel like shit. You know, it's almost like
And everyone in my corner has told me you can show up and win the show, and I don't doubt that, but it's also not promised. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go out there and be like, let's fucking pray. No, I want to go out there and be like, yeah, this is an easy win. Because
yeah.
if I look like I did pre-contest Texas, I know no one's beating me. Like just
Facts.
honest to God. But
To be
it
honest,
shows
though,
in my post. It does show in my posing and presentation too. It's like fuck. I know I'm not like I can't even smile because I'm not happy about how I look.
to be honest, we all thought you won Texas. To be, you know what's crazy? I was so sure you won. I went to the bathroom during the awards, and I heard them call like either your name for second or a different name for first. Well, I'm literally in the stall. I'm like, wait, what? And I hear everybody kind of go, oh, and I literally heard the audience kind of go, oh, and I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, hold on, let me hurry up and finish taking the piss. I came out, I was like, what the fuck did I just hear? Like, no offense to the winner, she looked amazing. But just in general, I mean, to me, it was like a foregone conclusion. I was like, of course she won. Like, look at her. That's how I felt. I felt like everybody kind of felt the same. Honestly, like the way you commanded the stage, like you was in full control of that stage. You know, even the pose down, the whole thing, you was in full control, full command of the stage. It just seemed like it's like Andrew, right? Like Andrew came out. We all knew everybody. Okay, Andrew won. Like it just seemed you can tell when somebody has full control of the stage, and you had that in your division. So I just didn't even think that anybody else could win. If I'm being honest, you know.
Yeah, it's actually once I saw that she won the posing award, that was like,
it
oh
makes you
my
nervous, right?
gosh.
It makes you
Yeah.
look. But then I figured, of course, she's gonna win the posing award, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, this is probably like an exception. But then I was like, but yeah, usually when they give you like an award, sometimes you're kind of like, whoa, okay, wait. You know, you're like, whoa, you know.
But you
But
know, that's not always true. When Rami won the Olympia, he won the People's Champion and Derek too. So
he
it's
did,
not
he did.
always a rule. Yeah.
No, it's not always the case. It just seems like they want to soften the soften the blow sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up, Joe? You got a headset? You got a headset?
Well, I'm gonna
going on?
try these out until I get that new phone.
All right, but
Oh, Joe.
yeah. So to be honest,
All
yeah, we all thought you had it. To be completely honest,
Yeah, I mean, I
you felt the
honestly
same.
looking back, I don't know. The only things that I think she could beat me on is the shape and the like the density to her muscle. She just got the thick lat, like
Her
the
back,
hanging
her back
lat,
is
Her
her
back
back
is
is
which
crazy.
which makes her waist look smaller. And I have a boxier frame,
Mhm.
a really muscular stomach. My waist doesn't like a Coke bottle. So I
Yeah,
mean, it is what it is. But I brought the conditioning, and I do believe I outconditioned her and outposed her. And
yeah,
shit happens. It happened last year with y'all weren't there, but with Evie Rain, she was like number 5 at the Olympia. She
Mhm.
beat me too. Um, it is what it is. But again, like if I can't win a show, like I don't want to even go to the Olympia yet. But the whole reason for committing to the Legion Sports Festival was simply so I can get the Olympia qualification, and have a year to go into the Olympia versus having to go into like the Texas Pro and then the Olympia. Like I'm like one egg, one basket. Just I need one show. I don't need a pre-show to get me ready or nothing like that. Like
Yeah. What's the I guess what's the critique or what's the game plan? What do you feel you have to improve, or what were you told you have to improve?
I'm gonna be honest, that's another thing that fucked me up because we all know at the end of the day what we need to work on ourselves. But the critique from Tyler was my suit. My suit was basically like just the bottoms don't look good on me. So my suit, my side chest pose was too tilted forward, which I do agree with that. My side tricep, they don't want me to open up the leg like how Andrew does it. Like they don't want it frontwards. They want it traditional sideways, like women's physique.
Yeah.
And my back needs to be leaner. Which last year it was my back needs to get bigger and wider and denser. None of that was told to me. It was simply get it leaner. And I agree with that.
Yeah. I got to be honest. So I don't really ask the judges for critique anymore, just because there's a disconnect because they're judges and not coaches. Sometimes what they say is not accurate. Not oh boy, this dog is going. He's trying to eat up my shoe. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, the Jays.
Hey, Joe, how was your cruise, bro?
Oh, it was awesome. It's funny, everybody that's asked me that, literally, I did everything I do here. I was just on water. So I went to the gym there. I did my cardio. I ate. I relaxed all day. I just didn't have clients, essentially. That's the only difference. And I ate whatever I wanted to an extent. I still looked at everything like I brought protein powder, and and I'm like, okay, this is the carb, this is the protein. Like I can't not do that. It's weird. But
yeah.
Did you get seasick?
No. I was like, all right, cool. I'm not a bitch. Like I'm built to survive. It's funny too, man. When I went on it, I was like, man, I went on a ship in second grade or whatever. We went or second or third grade. We were whale watching. I was fine, and I was like, I can't become a bitch, right? I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
Well, I'm the biggest bitch, dude. I throw up so much when I go on.
No, it's funny too
I have to
because
take a pill.
it's weird. Like until it doesn't fuck with you, like you're cool, and then when you look outside and notice that you're moving, then you start to feel it. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like we're doing arms, right? And I'm doing curls and shit. And you start feeling yourself like, what the fuck?
Wait, you worked out on the cruise?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It wasn't like anything serious, I just got a good little pump, and then I did cardio every day so essentially I'm going back on pretty much next week. And remember, where you needed to keep me tighter. So literally,
how many weeks was that recovery phase, Joe?
8. It'll be 8 weeks.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that was fast now.
Time flew. Yeah, no, it was 8 weeks. But
okay.
So Justin actually cut my carbs in half and had me do an hour of cardio leading up to that cruise. So pretty much I left. I got some water on me, and then today I checked in and I'm right where I was before I left. So
your face looks leaner than last time I saw you.
Yeah. Well, I'm not full of water. And then my carbs have been lower too.
Okay.
So he wanted me a little more on the lower end to start.
You got to prep for the cruise just so you don't come back.
No, because he knows me. He knows me, man. I have my dessert.
Fat Joe come out.
That motherfucker comes out of hiding.
Listen,
rebounds.
I'm honestly, I'm all for that, man. You're perfect on your prep. You're perfect on your rebound, motherfucker. You got to enjoy life to a point, like you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I don't know. I'll be watching Justin Shire, and I'm like, yeah, go out with your girl. Yeah, have some cake, motherfucker. Eat that fucking pizza, man. It's like when you're gonna go fucking.
don't get it twisted. Like the only time I'm strict like to the T is for the show and then the rebound. After that, I'll do my 2 cheat meals a week, or I'll have a cheat day if I don't have a cheat meal during the week. Like, well, I
Yeah,
have two cheat meals, so I essentially just add the one that I didn't have, whatever. But yeah, I live life once it's like past that point. And then, like,
bro.
for
Mm.
example, like I'll this is the first time I've actually ever planned for it though. Like, this is where
Mhm.
I've communicated with Justin, like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Is there a protocol you want me to do beforehand to kind of like manage whatever's about to go down? So because
Mhm.
the plan is to stay leaner this off season, not get so puffy.
Mhm.
So I'm more inclined to tell him every little detail compared to just checking in once a week. I'll let him know stuff.
Yeah.
So
Damn, I'm on the opposite, complete opposite plan. I'm not staying lean at all. I'm gonna get puffy as hell.
I've
No,
been
but
enjoying life the past couple days too. Trying
yeah,
to.
I don't. I honestly don't think it makes you a better bodybuilder just because you didn't have that. You didn't have that cake. Fucking uh like 30 weeks out, you have a slice of cake. I don't think that that's gonna detract from your bodybuilding whatsoever. It just I don't believe it does at all. You know, if anything,
One
I
meal
think
can't make you lean. One meal can't make you fat.
But honestly,
exactly.
there's something to be said too about, like, if you don't allow yourself to live life, you almost stress yourself out more and you hurt yourself more than anything. So, when people talk shit about how heavy I get, I'm like, you know what, man? Like, I put on 20 pounds of stage weight in 9 months. You best believe I was living life while I was doing that. So I was happy to train. I felt good. Well, to an extent, right? But
Yeah,
I was living life and getting the job done. Did I have to do a little more cardio during prep? Probably, but I mean, fuck, it was worth it. It really was.
Yeah.
and then results don't lie, man. Now let's say if you did it a certain way and you got shit results, well then you might have to make some changes. But I don't know if anybody in the league, made as much changes as you did in the last 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really say shit.
And the only reason, like, could I have pushed my conditioning farther? Yeah, but we didn't for a reason. Like,
Yeah, it was
I
a
can
game
come
plan.
in peeled. It doesn't matter how fat I've gotten. I've come in peeled. It's just that was part of the game plan, right? So
Mhm.
this time, will I be more peeled? Yeah, but I'll be like, I will have enough tissue to get more peeled, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I feel exactly. But yeah, I wanted to go back to the point of yeah, when you ask, I'm sorry, I'm backtracking because I had to stop this dog. But yeah, I used to be the guy who would ask judges for critique, but what they're saying based off of what they see visually, but they don't necessarily understand the ins and outs, right? So they'll be
Yes.
like, "Oh, come in tighter." They don't know that you're tight, you're flat, right? So they're telling you come in lighter. When the truth is that if you come in any flatter, you're gonna look way worse, right? So there is a disconnect, right? Or come in 10 pounds lighter, but they don't know what 10 pounds lighter looks like. They don't know what you weigh. They don't know anything. So come out and you come in 10 pounds lighter, they're like, no, this is, you told me to come 10 pounds lighter. But they're just going by a visual. They don't know what it took. They don't know if you're dehydrated. They don't know if you're full. They don't know if you spilled. So you're better off asking your coach, honestly.
Yes.
That's where I like it. So like I know Joe does the same thing. After the show, he'll go to Compton first. Hey, what do you think? Right? Because you go to the judges, they're telling you what they see, but like I said, they're not. Most of them, I mean, they're not bodybuilders. They're not coaches. They're judges, which is they judge a show. They do their job well, but their job is separate from telling you what you need to improve. So
And one
sometimes,
other critique that he told me too is that my abs need to be blockier. And it's like, I work on my what can you do to make your abs pop more? Like, it's just a genetic thing. Like, I think I brought my abs up as much as I possibly can, but I can't get that bricked out look on my six pack.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
you're essentially kind of like, how you said your shape, you're a little blocker in the
you might make it
midsection.
thicker.
That's why me and Paul don't train abs so hard anymore. Because same thing. Like, I'm already wide in the waist, so I'm going to be hurting myself by trying to make them a little deeper.
And I'm trying
But
to
Yeah,
I've been
okay.
practicing back like since I committed to the Legion, I just pulled out. But I'm still practicing vacuums because going into this off season, like you just said, I can't continue to train my stomach and make it more muscular. I have a very muscular abdomen area, so I'm just going to practice on vacuums and control. I'll touch them just to pump them up, but it's like literally a visual. It's a cosmetic visual look. So
Yeah.
It does
we'll
make
see.
me wonder, like, if they almost like really, really like nitpick something to say just to tell you something.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I honestly think they just wanted to get out of the venue. Like, hey, your suit and your abs suck and your back is fat. So I gotta go. It was Tyler's birthday. He wanted to get out of there and go party.
No, you know, okay, we're all human, right? So it's just like I know what I would do sometimes, you know, like essentially depending on the situation.
But
Like
really, I just wanted to go to Tyler and be like, why did she beat me? That's all I want to know is what did she beat me on? Because I know it's not because of our suits. So I don't
yeah,
know.
that comment really threw me off. I didn't even know the suit was a fucking thing. That's
I
like
didn't
saying
Me
like
know.
too.
the suit is not your color, girl. That's why you lost. Like,
I do agree. I have two suits. One suit is a little small. It doesn't stretch, and when they glue it onto my hips, it rolls and slides down, and it makes me look boxy. So the blue suit that I wore at Texas, it stretches up high, and we just had problems with it staying on my hips glued off. So again, like even shorts and pants that I wear, everything just kind of like rides low, like low riders, and that's what my suit was, like a low rider suit. But again, even with the guys, like all my posing clients, I tell them, well, your trunk's up because if you're sagging in the front, it just makes your legs look shorter and your stomach look longer. So
It does. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
okay. I got a suit sponsor now, so they're making me a suit. It's in the works, or
That's
it's
Yeah,
being
cool.
yeah.
shipped to me right now. So that's good.
Okay, so okay, imagine there's two people, right, and they're super close, right? And you just prefer one over the other for whatever reason. This just speaks to you more. I'll pick her, or I'll pick him.
Question:
Uh-huh.
Does it? I'm not saying politics because I don't care. I'm happy with second place, but the fact that she's number 3 in the world, does that play a role?
I mean, I think it
It
always
does, but
will.
it shouldn't.
Yeah, I think subconsciously you're always gonna get seniority. Like when they used to say pay your dues, but pay your dues was more so that the person who's already placing is always gonna get like a better look, right? Automatically. Let's say if Joe is going against, I don't know, like who's somebody on the tail end of the kid, let's say Bonac, right? And then Joe is beating Bonac, right? You know, Bonac on the tail end of his career, whatever, right? Bonac is always going to get a better look because he's Bonac, right? It's like when Jay beat Ramy on his last year, and you look and you're kind of like, yeah, Jay isn't beating Ramy here, but also like he has the seniority. He's already been a top guy for so long, so he's getting a better look. And it's like Ramy, he's the new guy, you know. So I think you're always going to get a better look when you're either like a vet or somebody who's already placed high, you know.
well, when you
Whether
look at the
Mhm.
cow, all the top five from New York,
Mhm.
those were all automatically top five in
Yeah, yeah,
the Cal's first call out, like
yeah, yeah,
automatic. Boom.
yeah,
So there's something to be said about that. Like, you know, they're always going to get the first look because they're known, they're already placed high. So it's like, well, I mean, common sense would tell you these are probably the guys that are going to go for it anyways. So
for sure. And there was guys in the lineup, including yourself, that I felt were good enough to get a good look and didn't get any look whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
So
dude. Yeah.
there was that tall, bald guy too. I think Yosef or something. I thought he looked really good, and I don't think he got a look at all. Neither, you know. And it's one of those things. What do you do, right? What do you do about it? You just okay, and he just I don't
you
know.
just smile and pose, bro. You just smile.
It's not much you can do or say, right? You know, at least if you get a good chance to battle it out, you're like, okay, it is what it is, you know. But if not, you don't even know what to say. Like unless she battled it out, she's like, okay, I'll take it. But imagine if you didn't even get a look, you'd be like, wait, what? Did you not see me? Like, what did you not notice me? I'm right here. You know,
But see,
it's it,
in Alyssa's spot, like if she was top 3 in the world last year, like it's almost like like you said, like is it enough to beat the top person? Like this person is already good and you're really good too, but like is it enough to really knock down this person in that spot? Because they're already top 3 in the world.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
if
Just to knock
Alyssa
out
beats
the
her,
champ. Yeah.
because if Alyssa beats her, then that would inject Alyssa in the top 3, right? Like in
Yeah.
bodybuilder math. So like, do we want her to be top 3 right off the bat like that? It makes you think like,
Well, look at Martin and Nick.
You gotta pay your dues. Exactly, you gotta pay your dues a little more. Yeah,
And I'm
give
paying them. I paid them last year. I lost to Evie, and she was number 5, and then she went on to win the Masters Olympia the week later in Romania. This year, lost to number 3. It's okay. I'm good with that. I'd rather
Yeah.
lose to the best in the world than than
Always.
show up at the Legion and
Yes.
lose because I'm not my best. Like,
Exactly. Or you rather lose against the best in the world than win a show with nobody there. I mean, it's great to go to Olympia either way, but I feel like it might not feel the same, if nobody
it's a
shows
it-
up.
like it's a different feeling. Like winning at 90% versus losing at like 110%. It's just showing up at your best is what we all like shoot for, and then let the
100%.
cards fall where they fall.
100%. And you're not somebody who needs to try to sneak a in an Olympia qualification. You're somebody who knows you're gonna get there, and you know you're gonna be like a top person. So,
And I've already been there once. Like I won my pro
there you go.
debut. Like I've already been there. I've experienced it. I know what to expect it's really just another show.
Mhm.
Finals though is kind of intimidating. So
Mhm.
again, until I'm a little bit better than Texas and I show up at the Olympia, I know I will be able to dominate the stage how I did in Texas. But I want to do that at the Olympia at my best. So I just want to
Right.
be my best is all. And I know going into the Legion, I couldn't beat the Texas look. And I'm my own competition at this point and always have been. And I just I can't peel the water off and maybe a little bit of body fat. Like I can't do that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it was fucking my days up. Like literally waking up and looking in my mirror, I'm like, what the fuck? Like it's just not happening. Like I'm trying, I'm doing it. Like it's just not happening and it's pissing me off. And it's like all these negative thoughts are on my mind all day long. Going into the workout, going into the cardio, going into the gym, like it's just that's where the mental health aspect comes into play. But getting sick rocked me. Like if I didn't get sick, I think I would have been all right. But
Question for all of you. What if it was the Olympia? If you get sick 2 weeks out from the Olympia and you're like maybe 5-10% worse, and this is your first Olympia, let's say, would you still do it?
I'll be honest,
Me
I'd ask Justin.
Huh?
I would ask Justin.
It depends how bad I look.
I can't
Okay,
make a
it
decision
depends.
like that.
It depends who I am and how bad I look. If I'm somebody like Justin or Alyssa who knows that the Olympia is something that I'm probably going to qualify for regularly, I might not do it if I don't like how I look. But if I'm somebody who this might be one of my only few Olympias, if not my only Olympia, then I got to do it. And okay, if I think I'm probably not going to be a top 10 guy anyways, I might as well jump in it. But if I'm going to be battling for a top 10 spot, but then you could say, what if now you miss your spot because you're not your best? That's a hard one to make.
I think what you said, like this is something that was like information that was told to me. Like I think Justin would pretty much tell me to just do it, to, like play the game.
do it because you don't. Tomorrow's not promised. Get this Olympia under your belt just to put it on the resume.
That and then, like I said, like if they qualified you, they're expecting you to be there, and you're not showing up. Like that's not good.
That's kind of how my Olympia was kind of like what y'all are saying, because I did the New York Pro in May, and then it was like 10 months later in October that I did the Olympia, and it was a very long rebound and another prep, and it just drug out so long all year long. And going into that Olympia, I knew I wasn't as good as the New York Pro, but I was like, I'm doing this Olympia because I might. You don't know. You can get in a car wreck. Boom, you're
That's
gone.
true. Yeah, that's true.
So I'm
Yeah.
doing it. I'm gonna do it, and no
Well,
one can take that from me.
how many Olympias did Justin end up doing? Like 2, right?
I think only 2.
You see, he skipped the first one, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I'm sure he felt like he probably was going to do 10 Olympias, but life plays out sometimes. However, it plays out. I mean, Justin could come back today if he wanted to, but life just took a different course. So he probably, I don't know. In hindsight, maybe he would have done the first one. Who knows? You know. So
Remember how
yeah.
much shit Keon got for not going to the Olympia?
Oh, he got so much shit. He got so much.
Yeah. And then he was like,
Yeah.
the stage is always going to be there, and everyone's like, no, it's not. Like you're not. Like you guys are saying, you're not guaranteed anything. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, in hindsight,
You won the Olympia.
Yeah,
But that's just one outcome that could have went. You know, it could have went so many different outcomes. Now, I think maybe he used the wrong choice of words to explain it. But him literally just saying his mind wasn't in it and he was in a really dark place. That's all he had to say, honestly. Once you tell me that, don't even worry
You
about it.
kind of respect it when someone tells you that, you know?
Yeah,
what else
because
would you want, you know?
life, man. I mean, I could say for you, Zayd, right? A lot of people don't know, you know, what you went through this year, right? Because I mean, you're not talking about it per se, but somebody can say, "Oh, how come Zayd didn't compete this year? Oh, just go compete." It's like, bro, there's life, there's real life too. Shit happens, and shit gets real.
Yeah.
It's easy to sit here and say, "Oh, just do it anyways." When life gets real, the
You
last
can't
thing on your
and you can't neglect real life.
no, you can't.
Man, I had this conversation with Justin after I won the California in 22.
I
Remember, you
remember.
guys all wanted me to do it, and I was
I
like,
thought
okay.
I thought you said
Say I
that.
didn't care. Say I didn't care for the USA title, and I
Uh-huh.
cared for the pro cards. Life itself, like with my job at the time, my relationship, like just how I felt, like you said, mentally, like I told him, I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah,
You asked me
yeah,
to do another 9 weeks with everything I just barely made it through. I'm like, I can't, man. He's like, and he told me how
yeah.
much he respected it. Now he's been in the same place.
You
So
have to respect it. You know, at the time, I didn't even think about that too. At the time, I was
yeah,
like, "Yo, Joe, you should just do it. Like, why wouldn't you do it?" In my head, you know, but you can't. I find that's a small minded way to think. In my head, I'm thinking, "Oh, you're already prepped. Might as well keep going." But I wasn't even considering other factors, you know. And honestly, I didn't really know how high your ceiling was at the time. I didn't realize that you could gain another fucking 30 pounds of tissue. I didn't know that shit. Honestly, I thought you were already like close to your ceiling by that point, but apparently not. You know, so but
when I
it's one of
won
those
the
things.
Cal, when I won
Uh-huh.
the Cal, that was my 4th cycle. That prep is my 4th cycle.
You see, yeah, so
So
that makes
my
it
ceiling was
different.
pretty high. But
but
I'm very happy.
honestly, ceiling or not, that it doesn't even matter. If you're not in a place to do another another 9 weeks after fucking killing, because you killed yourself for that prep. I know you did because I saw how you
Oh,
looked. You know, you don't get to that condition without killing yourself. So doing that and adding another 9 weeks is fucking torture.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't put the pressure on people like, oh, you should do this. You don't know what they're fucking going through. You know,
well,
so
when you essentially did that. Remember, you did the Cal,
yeah,
and then you did the 9 weeks between shows, and you
it was
stayed on
horrible.
play,
Yeah, it was
and
horrible.
your placing wasn't good, right? It wasn't.
No, I got fourth. I got fourth, right? I think I got fourth
No,
that
no.
year.
This was the one before me and you competed with each other. This was 2020. This was
2022.
no, that's not possible. When the fuck was
No,
this?
no, that was
Olympia.
that was 23. You might be talking about 21 when Stu did it. I did a show that I don't remember what show I did that year,
Dude,
but that
Stu
year,
won in 22, not 21.
yeah, but the year I did the Cal was
That was
23.
23. No, that you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. No, you did place well. You did.
Now I was flat as a pancake, but I was just lean enough to play. I was just lean enough to place well that pretty much, you know. But
No,
it
you're
was
right.
torture. It was torture either way. You know that's not You know, that's not ideal. If you can
However, though,
plan it out.
you weren't
Mhm,
conditioned enough for the cow, and then you
exactly.
pushed your distance really far for USA's.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what happened. Okay, I remember now.
But my body fought back a little bit. Remember, like 6 weeks out, I was holding a lot of water. Remember?
Yeah, and then you cut
You
everything
know,
out completely. You lowered your protein and everything.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, if you cannot do it, if you cannot do it, don't plan a show 9 weeks after another show. Try to keep it like
Closer.
two. Some people could do a week after. I don't think I could do a week after just because I got to regulate the water back. I got to hydrate and dehydrate. I can't do that in a week. I need like maybe 2 to 4 weeks probably would be ideal for me, and then any more than 6 weeks. It's not because I know some people think that 9 weeks, okay, I'm gonna rebound and gain some muscle and stuff. But motherfucking 9 weeks, you're gonna gain muscle and come back down. I don't know, but I don't think that's realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
So I mean, I think you can do that maybe in what? Maybe if you have, I think what 12. I think 12 weeks, right? If you have a good metabolism in 12 weeks, maybe you could eat up for 6 weeks and come back down. Yeah, that's pushing it. Even that's pushing it.
Yeah.
Even that's pushing it. I know like people say that for like people who qualify for Olympia, I'm a coming for the Olympia 5 pounds heavier, but maybe fullness. I don't think you're adding tissue.
I mean,
Realistically.
think about that. Yeah, the quicker you gain something, the quicker you're going to lose it. So, like, if
Mm-hmm.
you're going to just drop down right back, you're going to lose everything you got.
Yeah. I know for a fact I would lose it. Maybe there's some freaks. Samson seems to keep it, but that's that Milos insulin muscle is different. I don't got that kind of muscle. I don't got that kind of tissue. All right, let me pull up some of y'all actually.
just,
I saw.
me and Paul were just watching Samson train back, and I was like, it
Mhm.
was kind of refreshing to watch him train because I'm like, this is what we're trying to talk about. Like, you see these
I
top
love it.
guys, like they're throwing their weight around, quote unquote, right? And this motherfucker is like top three in the world. So it's just
you
I just
know,
don't get it.
you know what Jay called it, and I like he was like, I know it looks like I train sloppy, but I train sloppy with control. And I was like, yeah,
That's
that's
what I
that's
try to tell people. Yeah,
it's
I'm like,
it's
like
sloppy with
I tell
control.
him, like if you tell Jay, I want you to stop mid rep, he'll be able to. Like he'll be able to
100%,
hold it, like right, boom, right there. Like
100%.
it's very doable. Like some people
Yeah,
just feel it better being loose like that. I'm like, you're gonna get the best contraction with a little bit of body English, and that your body's meant to move in a natural motion, not super fixed and robotic.
and it's not like we haven't tried it.
I
I've tried
agree.
it plenty.
Yeah.
I've tried it plenty of times. It's funny because if I'm doing curls, right, let's say I'm doing barbell curls or easy bar curls, when I keep my back super perfect straight, my back actually I get a back pump because I have to use my back to keep it that straight. Whereas if I have like a comfortable little rock to it, that's when I don't feel my back. Right? It's strange, Same thing for if I'm doing barbell rolls. If I'm super strict, I actually feel a lot more tightness on my lower back. Right? So I don't know, but I feel like it's a balance. But I feel like we all know what we feel, and when I'm super strict, I don't always feel it where I want to feel it. Let's say if I'm training back and I'm going super slow. I did it with Janicki. Now I had a great workout, but bro, my forearms and biceps were so pumped. It
Hmm.
would, so I'm like at
Yeah.
this point because it's so slow and I don't know, man. I feel
Is
like I felt. Uh-huh.
it just me, or like the pumps? You have to train a certain way to get a pump when you're like, say, you're running a TRT,
It's
and like
different.
I get pumped better by lifting like Jay, but then if I'm blasted full on everything, I can go slow and controlled speed, get a crazy pump like instantly. Like
That's
I can
facts.
train that way when I'm full blown, and then
Yeah.
TRT I throw the weight around, I get a better pump,
And
more
that's facts.
explosive.
To be honest, I don't think anybody needs to really completely change their training. If you've been training for like 10 years plus, like a lot of us, I feel like you already know they're the reason why you came up with the conclusion you did, right? They're the reason is because you feel it, you contract well, and you enjoy it. Janicki enjoys that shit. He loves the pain. He loves that burn. So it's like you get results because you enjoy it. So you do it. You do it the best you can. You know what I'm saying? And it works. I mean, look at the guy. It works. So I could say it works for all of us. Like you look at Hadi and you're like, why the fuck is he T-bar roaring like that? But then his back has gotten better, not worse. You know what I'm saying? Same with Samson. Samson's back is getting better. And you look at his form, you're like, it's not necessarily textbook, but who gives a fuck?
I feel like you kind of have to keep a mixture of both in the mix of your training. Yeah. Like you can keep it in the same set, in the same workout, in the same week to week. Like I think the mixture of both is relevant.
100%.
Sure.
Also, I feel like not all exercises need that.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah, you could be doing the slow stuff with more like the arm day, shoulder day, or whatever. But more.
So now that I got some food back in my system, I'm doing those fasted workouts again because I wake up and I'm just like, I ate a box of cereal last night, right? And I went into the gym and I pumped my legs the fuck up. But I'm just in the morning time because I'm still waking up. I go slower, but my pumps are stupid. Like my skin is splitting. And then after I eat a couple meals, take a nap in the afternoons, I got my strength and power, and I go and grip and rip and so forth. So I keep a mixture of both.
Yes. So you and Zayd make a good point. Like every exercise doesn't have to necessarily cover all bases. The entire workout has to cover all bases, right? Yeah. So it's like if you're doing one exercise for chest, you don't have to get your upper, mid, and lower chest all at the same time, right? You focus one at a time. So same thing. Like let's say when I'm doing dumbbell presses, maybe I'm a little looser with form. But by the time I get to the fucking Icarian machine press or flex machine press, because it's converging and not going against gravity, I'm going to capitalize on that, right? If I have dumbbells or a barbell, gravity just goes down. So me squeezing my chest with a barbell, let's be real, I'm not really squeezing shit because the bar is here. So I could do all of this all I want. I'm just squeezing my tricep. But if I have a nice converging fucking one of those leverage machines and shit, it makes sense for me to maybe squeeze a little bit more, right? So then I might focus on squeeze more. I see Joe and Paul do that. They do a certain machine, they squeeze a little bit more, a little slower. But if they're doing their first exercise, Smith machine, they're pushing fucking weight because the Smith machine, like I said, it's not converging. So it's not like you can get a crazy stretch or squeeze anyways. So they just focusing on progressive overload, just overloading and progression on that. And then later on, they squeeze on flies or they squeeze on so across the workout, they still got everything done, right? They got some higher reps, some more squeezing, but it didn't have to be all in one movement at the same time. So that to me makes sense, and you can call audibles. I've been doing a little bit lower reps recently, pretty fucking heavy. And right now, my shoulders and elbows are tired. So I ain't doing that shit this week. This week I'm doing 12, 15 reps. Still going to go to failure and it's still going to be relatively heavy, but I ain't doing 4 plates on, or this or the stack, I'm just doing whatever I work up to that it feels good. That's what I'm going to do. So we're also in tune with our bodies enough that we should know these things, If your form is too sloppy, you'll know. I mean, I've had those sets where I'm like, that was too fucking heavy. What the fuck am I doing? And I go down, So you use your brain, but I don't believe in like super perfect personally. If that's your thing, then more power to you.
And there's like 4 guys that are super strict in form in the entire IFBB that actually look good. The most people who push form a lot don't look very good, except like 5 of them or 4.
You're right.
But the rest of them, whoever knows how to train hard and build muscle, they're okay with 85% good form, and the rest is go for it.
You're actually right. I would say Shire, Hunter Labrada, they probably look the best. The people with perfect form. Or Janicki, I'm sorry, Janicki. Those are the three that jump. No offense to the other people. Y'all know where y'all are. Y'all don't look that crazy to me. You know? But, yeah, but you see most of the top guys, they clanging and banging, baby. You know who I love to watch train? My guy Louis. You guys know Louis from UK.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And people get so mad in the comments. I'm like, yo, let that man live, boy. This dude is crazy. He out of his mind, but I love it. Look at the motherfucker.
Nick Trigili always gets him.
Motherfucker, that's 5 plates. Listen, as far as form goes, for rowing 5 plates, I don't know if I've seen form this good row 5 plates before. I mean, this man is working, bro. You know, I fucking love it. Look at this dude, motherfucker, crazy. Yeah.
Who's like the perfect fucking mixture of like heavy lifting with like a beautiful control that's not like too strict looking is James Hollingshead.
I thought you about to say JP.
Yeah,
but I like
JP is really good too. But
JP.
James is they're like fucking friends.
They are, yeah. Oh yeah, they have the gym. They have the gym together. Yeah, I think those two are perfect examples. Their form is like it's textbook. It's just fucking heavy as hell. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't have to sacrifice one for the other. If you want to do perfect form, you could still go heavy as fuck, you know? But it's like I think some people don't like to train heavy, honestly. I think some people just don't like it, bro. This is 90 pound dumbbells.
Is he a bodybuilder?
What
I don't even know if his
physique look like.
I'm not sure. He hasn't posted anything recently. This is old though. He's super tall, so he would probably if he did compete, I would assume he would do classic because he's pretty tall. I mean, he has a good physique. I mean, he could put on some more quads and stuff, but he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
He's pretty young as well. He probably doesn't look it, but he's pretty young. But I fucking love watching his train. I don't know, that shit gets me hyped personally. You know, he's gonna have a lot of filling out to do. You know, I feel like anytime
dig the black and white videos too. Kind of
cool. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I got to get one of these jackets to the gym though. I got to get one of these jackets.
Oh yeah, it is a jacket. Hey, it's hot.
But let me pull up. Yeah, it'd be cold in the UK, so that works. But out here, it's gonna be hard. Let me pull up Zay. Zay's been clanking and banging too. I've been watching you, Zay. I've been watching.
Oh, dude, we're working hard.
It's
a
week ago. Yeah,
this is a fasted look.
I mean, it looks good, man.
That's insane.
The thing is, like, he holds his weight well. So, like, his weight, like, you would think he's like 20 pounds heavier than he is, and he's always in shape. Good work, Jay.
Thanks, man. And I'm pushing the weights heavier in the gym. I'm actually getting bigger. You'll see by the Olympia next month. You'll be surprised. Yeah. I added some more weight.
Look, he got Sas commenting on his shit. He got Sas Sarati on his shit, bro.
I love Sas, man. He's the OG. He's like my favorite Iranian bodybuilder.
We got to get him on it's definitely not Hadi. We know that, Zay. We got to get him on a podcast. He actually said he was down. It will be like 8 hours. He's 8 hours ahead of us, but I want to get him on a podcast.
Yeah,
I just got to plan these things.
That 1 year he lost to Nathan, I thought he had it, honestly.
He was, he looked more polished.
He was
more
so
peeled.
shredded.
Mm-hmm. That year, Nathan wasn't that peeled that year. That was the year he was coming in full. Let me see.
Yeah, super full.
You post any updates, Joe?
Nothing recent.
Everything besides these.
I don't like anything great.
Huh? I don't. Yeah, I don't post physique updates when I'm on my recovery phase.
This is where I do all my throwbacks. When I look good.
That's
when I look comfortable. I look comfortable.
It's crazy how Paul used to be bigger than you. Look. Look at Joe. Like, that's crazy. And this wasn't even that long ago. This is just 4 years ago, man.
That's
crazy.
That's insane.
I was 2 weeks out, so that was like early November.
Yeah. Paul, Joe getting his payback to Paul when Paul used to bully him when he was small. Now Joe be bullying Paul back. You got to get your licks back in. All right, let's see if there's anything newsworthy besides the drama stuff. I'm not into the drama shit. I saw some drama between Desktop and Milos, but that
was really, just pettiness.
That was super. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, he didn't even post a video. I'm like, what is going on?
C-Bum looks fucking incredible.
Yeah, but C-Bum does look incredible. What is Jordan? Oh, this is a random post. All right, let's see what's going on. What is this guy? That's the guy. Okay. Good Vito. 287, huh? Wait, how tall is he? Isn't he like 5'6"? Or 5'7"? 287. 287. 287 in this condition, man. See, if I would have talked shit if this was before I saw him on stage. Remember, I used to talk shit. I was like, nah, this Photoshop. But nah, motherfucker really looked like that. So
he does.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would say he looked even better on stage than he does in the pictures. So I ain't got nothing but good to say now, bro. Yeah, I just had to see it. I was like, these pictures, it just looks suspicious. I gotta be honest. I'm like, these pictures don't look right. Something don't look right, man. But this motherfucker, he really looks like that, and he was shredded. So I'm a believer now.
Don't ever doubt a Russian, bro. Ever.
Russians
are crazy. Seriously, there's something wrong up there.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me that's a connection.
In a good way. In a good way is what I mean.
In a great way, yeah.
Extreme is what I mean. Yeah,
they'll get it done. All right. What's the next? The next show is Legions, right?
Yes.
Legions, yeah.
We don't know who's doing it, neither, do we? I think Patrick Moore said he was doing it.
Brett in Italy.
He did. Brett Wilkin is doing it, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
I'm sure you guys talked about it, but Tonio not doing the Olympia.
Yeah, they said it seemed kind of random. They said he needs more size, but isn't that something you would decide like earlier?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think you would be like, you know what? 5 weeks out, we need more size, man. Fuck it, abort mission. It seems random.
What it is? I mean, I could be way off, but you know how his conditioning wasn't like top notch as hell, but he also wasn't going against the best in the world.
Yeah,
so you think they just saw him like as he was getting leaner, like fuck, like for you to compete with these guys to like place any higher than he did last year, like the conditioning is going to take away your size and you're not going to have much to fight with. That's what my guess would be.
I think so. I think that makes logical sense. My only thing is that those is gaining those 5-6 weeks gonna make a big difference as far as the grand scheme of things, though.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the only thing.
Why start now? Why not finish and then start?
I would say if it was maybe, I guess it depends when they decided it. If they decided that 10 weeks out, then 10 weeks makes a big difference, I think. 10 weeks of dieting versus going up in weight. I just don't know when they decided it. I guess I could ask him. We know Tonio. We could ask him, I guess,
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm just asking him to come on a podcast and see if he wants to talk about it. I'm sure he's down. Or Jacoby. We know Jacoby too. So we'll get both of them on just to see.
To me, To me, it would make more sense if it was one of those mental things. Like, honestly, I'm just checked out kind of thing. That would make a lot more sense.
That wouldn't be out of the question. I feel like Tony will probably have a lot going on. I know he has kids and stuff, so that wouldn't be too hard to believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out who's doing the Legion real quick. Brett Wilkin.
Brett looks
He's
pretty damn
been,
incredible.
yeah, he does. He's not a big person, but he holds a lot of muscle on his frame, man. There we go. I thought this was super impressive. He kind of had that what do you call it? Michelin man looking muscle like Joe.
Yeah, round muscle bellies.
Yeah, it kind of just pops off the body. His chest, shoulders, arms, this shit. Look at Patrick.
I didn't like him when he turned pro as a classic guy, then jumped to open. He kind of like skipped through, but then he did so much progress. I'm like, oh wow, he's actually a legit bodybuilder.
Yeah,
he's the first one to jump from classic to open
to that extent,
make a big improvement.
Mm-hmm. I thought this might have been Patrick's best look actually, but it kind of got overshadowed because he went against some really big guys and he just didn't have the size to, I guess, compete against them. He got 6, which sounds bad, but these overseas lineups, it's not like it used to be. Like this shit is deep. Like these motherfuckers were big as fuck. I don't know if y'all guys noticed that lineup. These motherfuckers was huge and shredded, bro. Everybody was just big and shredded. So it was one of those things that I thought he looked great, but it was a really good lineup. Not big names, but big motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So I don't know what his game plan is, but he's gonna need more tissue. I mean, that's been the story for the last 5 years. Just got.
I was going to say that he's one of those people that is very adamant about being afraid to lose his waist and also just lose the conditioning to push farther from what he's spoken about. So I'm like, he's kind of holding himself back. He's trying to keep that pretty look too long and grow like that. I just don't believe that that's going to be the best way for him to do it.
You just gotta grow. Honestly, I think you gotta grow. I feel like if you have a pretty physique with small joints and small hip structure, it's not going nowhere, man.
So that's what I've always said.
It's not. I think it's funny because the people who have it genetically be the ones who are scared, but they're the ones who shouldn't be scared. If anything, if genetically you have a wider waist is when you should be scared. But I don't believe, like, look at Sean Roden. He used to do these, he'd get completely out of shape and it would just snap right back in place. I mean, I do the same thing. My stomach is huge off season, but it comes right back down. It's just one of those, you got small hips. It's not, what's going to happen?
And
you lose the body fat.
Huh? Truth be told though, too, like, honestly, like, say fucking blows past what he's ever been, he gains 2 inches on his waist. That doesn't even hurt him.
No, because the rest of the body. Yeah. Exactly. Realistically, your waist will grow. Don't get me wrong. You just won't notice it. Like if I took a tape to my waist compared to 5 years ago, of course it grew, but the rest of your body is growing just as fast, if not faster. So it kind of doesn't really matter.
Like I know my waist was way smaller when I did the Cal in 22. You can look at my pictures, and it did get wider, but my shoulders got way wider. My back got way wider. My sweeps got way wider. So,
and at the end of the day, you don't win the overall the USA's, being 20 pounds lighter, so you have to, same way, you're not going to win these shows being, I don't know, 235. He's going to have to be 250, so it's a trade-off that you're going to have to take. You're just going to have to take it, So let's say Dennis James, right? He kind of blew out his midsection, but the truth is he moved up to 4th. So it's like the aesthetic DJ wasn't 4th. So he had, so maybe you could look back and say, oh, I preferred my physique when I was lighter. That's cool. But at the end of the day, you don't you wouldn't have got those wins if you were small. The aesthetics only matter when you have the size. If you don't, they don't care. You know, shit. Regan been aesthetic for so long. Samson been aesthetic until they got big. It didn't matter. You know, so you gotta. It's a trade off. You gotta take it. You know. All right. Y'all want to do a couple questions?
Yeah.
Do a few questions.
Do you think
Mm-hmm.
if Phil Heath didn't try to put on a little more size from his initial like Olympia win, do you think he would have still won all 7?
Yeah, if he didn't get the hernia, because the hernia would be a separate issue. His actual waist did get bigger, but the hernia it fucked up the control, so he couldn't control it, and I think
Do
that
you
made the
think that
biggest
was
difference.
because he was chasing size?
I think so.
Who,
So
who did you say? Hunter?
No,
no, Phil
Phil.
Heath.
Oh,
Would he
okay.
have won? Would he have continued to win all 7 if he would have just stayed the exact same?
I think he would have won more, like because he would have put on tissue anyways, because he's a genetic freak. Just another year of training, being a genetic freak, I think he would have gained muscle anyways. So pushing for more size because maybe he saw Ramy. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's admitted it.
Kai.
I think I've seen him admit it.
And Kai.
Yeah, you know. So pushing for more size in particular, I just think his frame couldn't hold. He doesn't have a. He's not a big person, you know. It seemed like his frame couldn't hold it as well, you know, and that happened. But 2011, Phil, man, that's like even 2013. I think that's an unbeatable physique. I don't know if
Yeah,
anybody can beat that physique. Literally, I don't know if
exactly.
anybody can beat that physique. You know,
So you
but
Yeah.
think
telling the
those 2 guys
bodybuilder,
got in his head?
huh?
You think they got in his head then?
I think to a point. I think to a point. You know, but telling a bodybuilder to stay the same is like telling the crackhead don't do
I
drugs. You
get
know,
it. I get it.
it's never gonna
I
happen.
I literally had this conversation. Like you're doing each phase, right? There's always a goal with each phase. Health phase, get healthy, right? Whatever. Like,
Yeah,
and I was like, there's no like, it's cool at first, but then like after like 3 weeks, I'm like, damn, like
yeah.
the thought of just staying like the same, stagnant, if anything, just getting like a little bit
That's
deflated. This is
that's
fucking
rough.
stupid.
That's rough. Yeah. Oh, just stay
Yeah.
the same, Joe. You can't add no
Yeah.
tissue.
Yeah.
Not even a
I'm a
little bit.
man. I'm ambitious. I'm driven. I need to be
You got
better.
to do something. No, I think it's gonna be tough. I think the only way I could do it is to pull like a Kevin Lavroni and just not go to the gym and just focus on music. I don't know. Focus on
It's
some other
hard for
shit.
you, bro. Even like, for example, like knowing I can't push food because like food's all you got really when you're on this part, and like
Yeah.
the to know the goal is to like let the body rest. And then like you want to train heavy, and then it's like you train too heavy, you're gonna fuck yourself. Like it's like
Yeah,
damn
yeah.
it. Like, I
There's
think you said the other day, man, I feel like my shoulder is like fucked up from my push day. Yeah,
yeah, my
my
shoulder's
my
funny.
shoulder got fucked up because I did a 4 1/4 on incline, and I don't go heavy like that right now.
You can't
And I
help it.
I, I mean I did it too. I did like a fucking boss, but then the next day I was like, God damn it, my shoulder's been fucked up
Well,
since.
the fucked up part is that we know this shit is gonna happen. We just love it. We love it too much to not do it.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Like I'm moving shit on this is fucking stupid. I'm like, Paul, put another fucking plate. Third fucking plate.
Yeah, but I mean, anytime I do really heavy barbell press, whether it's Smith machine or barbell, I know what's gonna happen afterwards, but I can't help it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyways, and then I just take the consequences that when it comes, you know. I can't let it pile up. At one point, I let it pile up so bad I couldn't even train chest, and I was like, okay, this is you can't do that. That's too far. So now I'll do that, but now I won't do heavy Smith machine press for a couple weeks. I'll probably just do machines. You
Yeah,
know?
no, bro. I went from pressing 4 1/4 to 3 plates the next week.
There
And I
you
was like,
go.
because I'm not trying to push it. Like I'm trying to like make it to my push.
Yeah, and then you know deep down inside that you could do 5 plays, you know. So
That's
you still
why.
you hold them back to begin with.
Fucking stupid.
It's
Oh well,
crazy.
one more week. One more week.
All right, let's see. Do some questions.
This is why D-ball and Anadrol were invented. That shit's in your system right away. You just get fucking going.
That shit wrecks my appetite, bro. The orals.
Fuck it, just 3 days worth, or just run it for like 2 weeks.
Well, now I'm training only 4 days a week. So if I did it 4 days, I think it would take a little longer for my appetite to fuck up, you know, because I would only do it on training days, you know.
I have noticed that, like half the dose too. If you run half the dose for a long period of time, it doesn't affect you as bad. Well, for me personally.
That's true, but then I want to feel that shit. I want to feel that shit.
Because when you run the full dose, it does feel a little better.
I got the injectable Anadrol, man. It's not the same to me, man. I like it. I don't think this is. I don't think it can be exactly the same. Once you make it injectable, it's something about eating that shit. Something about taking a tab that gives you the extra.
They say, yeah, when something's too good to be true, most likely it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna fuck my appetite and it's gonna work for me. Nah, I feel like it should fuck my appetite.
Exactly. You got to get you can't just get positives. You got to get that apple. You got to get that fucked up gut.
It's like GH, bro. It's not working if my hands ain't hurting.
Exactly. It's funny, like none of us say, "Oh, this is good growth. Look how much weight I gained." We're like, "Oh, yo, my hands are numb. This is good shit."
Yeah,
it's like
this is good shit, bro.
We're talking about the side effects. All right.
Yeah, side effects is probably not working.
It's all fun and games until you sit on the toilet for 3 seconds and your legs die out.
Yeah, your legs get. I literally took about 3 days off from GH just because my hands were just.
Well, something got cracking with my hand on the wheel. No, my hand getting numb. You can put it down.
Yeah.
Like my girl holds my hand. I'm like, hold on, give me a second.
Yeah. No, I literally took 3 days off just because I wanted to get it. Like once I go to hold the bar. Look at my fucking hands, bro. What the fuck, man?
It's like, look at that fucking baseball glove.
You know, and even the color is changing. Like it don't even look right. Look, it looks like it's blood in there.
Like that area by your thumb is so fat.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I would never want to get fucking smacked by you, bro.
So yeah, I had to take a break. I mean, by the third day. You just piss a lot and you lose like 5 pounds of water, but you still look just as big and full. You know, I usually keep the GH high on the cruise as well. You know, so I'm probably gonna run it through the whole cruise. Fuck it, because you know I'm gonna drop the water away from the other compounds anyways. You know.
Well, I got a kid of the underground growth because Stu, and
that underground shit gets you right.
Yeah. And I'm like, shit, I got a lot of it too. So
yeah, come on now.
You need to put that in your fucking bio. That underground.
Yeah, the underground. No, I mean, I still know so many people that are paying $700-800. Man, I'm like, first of all, you make a lot of money because
let me know who, because I'm gonna sell to them.
Yeah, man. But anybody I know who's tried it, there's been nobody who I've known who's tried good generic and said, "Oh, I don't like it." Anybody who's tried good generic, like, there's good stuff, and I'm like, yeah,
I can attest to that for sure. Absolutely,
yeah,
I like it.
Now, some people are just more comfortable with farm for whatever reason. They're just comfortable with it, but they'll admit that the generic is good. But sometimes mentally, like for me, mentally, I'll switch over to farm like AIs and farm fat burners pre-contest. Even though when I take the generic, I know they work because I've already taken it the whole time. But something mentally, like maybe to keep the dose, I don't know. There's a mental switch. I'm like, I just want to make sure it's the same dose every time. I'll do that. So I think if it's just for your mental peace, then okay, do your thing. But I ain't spending $700 for mental peace personally.
I always live by the rule: if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and never 100%. Switch anything on prep ever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, keep it consistent.
Oh, and then also, whatever I'm taking, I ask the person, "Are you taking this?"
Oh yeah, you got to make sure. This what you take?
Like? I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Don't give me the bottom shelf. Don't give me the bottom shelf. So this is what you take?
No, you're trying to make money off me, huh?
Shit.
I'll be for me. I take the top shelf stuff, and if I'm gonna give it to my boy, I give him the fucking Dr. Deadlift gear, the one that people send me for free.
Dr. Deadlift.
Yo,
Your voice, I can
Shit.
this dude emailed me. He was like, "Hey, you want some more gear?" The Dr. Deadlift hit me up. I'm like, "Have you not watched the podcast? I've been talking shit about your gear. I've been talking shit about your gear for the last fucking year." Yeah, that's how I know you don't watch the podcast, Dr. Deadlift. Because I've been talking. I've never actually tried it yet. It could be great. I'm just scared because who the fuck just sends?
Have you ever watched this guy deadlift anyways?
He must be good at it.
I'm just kind of nervous with if I get
level.
random free gear in the mail. Like I thought about it too. And I was like, wait. What if it's somebody who don't like me who's trying to fucking kill me? I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, man, and I was in prep at the time. I was like, whoa, yeah, I probably shouldn't take this shit during prep. But then I'm like, do I want to take it off season? But I also, but see, then I was like, okay, let me sell it or give it to somebody. But I'm like, I would feel guilty if I give you some shit and then something happens to you. So I'm like, I guess it's just nobody's gonna use it. It's gonna stay there because I'm not gonna fuck somebody else up. Huh?
What fucks me up a little bit too is like when the price is too good. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm not spending enough for good stuff. Like, I feel like you're fucking me pretty good right now.
You know, it's one thing if you buy in bulk, but if you're just gonna tell me one bottle is that cheap, I'm kind of like, I don't think so, bro. How you sell it so cheap, bro?
Let me see you put it in yourself first.
Yeah, let me see you try it. Let me see.
Let me pin you real quick.
Let me pin you quick. Oh man. All right, let's see. I'm 8 weeks out, but my face says 2 days out. Anybody? This is my client actually. Anybody else on the pod? Yeah, his lower body is 8 weeks out. His upper body is like 2 weeks out, and his face is like show day. He said, anybody else?
Yeah, some people get ready from the front too.
Paul gets that. Paul's face is in pretty early. You know.
Yeah, Paul's face is leaning around. It's like something right here.
My face is fat till a week out. All of a sudden, my face disappears a week out.
Bro, your face comes back after the weekend.
Oh, it comes back the next morning, man.
I remember I saw your face in person, and you're like a week out, and I'm like, damn, baby, what the fuck? And then literally, I see you after the show that following week.
Back to say. But it's weird because my body will still be lean, but my face is just blown the fuck up. It's the double chin, but we can't see my chin. But I'll be just crazy fat face with a lean body. It's the weirdest thing ever.
I remember you were wearing an oversized shirt, and your face was just puffed. Oh damn, Beatty probably fucked himself up.
I fucked it up.
Take his shirt off, he's fucking shredded still. What the fuck?
Fat shredded.
I didn't have it in me to tell him. Maybe your fat fucking face.
I don't know, man. I don't like it. It's not very photogenic because then everybody assumes you're fat. You know, everybody assumes you're fat.
You have to walk around with the fucking
tank top for sure.
You know who I think's like that was Evan Centopani.
He had a double chin, remember?
Yeah, all the time. Like
he literally had a double chin, and I mean he's so big. He looked like he was fat, but he had full abs all the time. He had like cross-shredded triceps. It's kind of weird. Yeah, kind of weird. You know, but I mean genetics, I guess. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Zayd, I've seen Zayd with but Zayd had to make light heavy, so his face was gone.
Oh my gosh!
He was.
I look sick, man. I look really sick.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that again. So
you guys know Buzzo from Strength Cartel?
Yeah, I know Buzzo. Yeah.
When he competed at USA's, bro, his face was sickly, like crazy fucked up. If you look at his pictures, bro, it's fucking Holy shit!
It's bad, huh?
Yeah.
He goes to that gym, the gym we go to, Revival, right?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes.
He's usually there in the mornings, though. I think
Okay.
I'm always there at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your take on hitting PRs in prep? Good, not good.
I
I
mean,
think
you
it's
should
good.
always try to push. Yeah, like I think I actually stopped pushing around like 5 weeks out. That's when I hit that wall where I ain't doing any better now. Like this is just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
survive.
I was gonna say
If
when in prep, you know,
Yeah.
if the last 3 weeks, no. Maybe if it was 12 weeks out, 10 weeks
yeah,
out, 8 weeks out, yeah.
I actually hit PRs in prep until about 5 weeks. I literally remember hitting a bench PR. It was more of like a rep PR, not like an all time weight. But it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
like 6 weeks out, and then after that, I was like, wow.
Well, okay, but before I say that's great, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it, right? If you're 4 weeks out and you usually do 6 plate on the squats for 6 reps, you hit 5 plates. Don't go. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go 7 plates. That's not smart. I wouldn't do that. So if it's there, take it. So if you put the 6 plates on and you hit 6 reps and you got a couple more, go for it. But also be mindful that you're probably depleted. If you're sub, everybody's different. For most people, if you're sub 6 weeks out, if you're 6 weeks out or less, you should probably refrain unless it's just there, because sometimes it's just there. It's not like you're forcing it; you just have it, and you'll know if you just have it. But I wouldn't force PRs. But the one asking the question, he's 8 weeks out, and he uses mostly machines. So yeah, keep hitting those PRs. I'm all for it.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I have to go trade some clients, but I thought I'd jump on for an hour at least.
Of course, do your thing. Thanks for coming on, brother. I appreciate you,
Yeah.
man.
All right, good
Thanks,
to see you
Joe.
bro.
guys. Miss you guys.
Yes, sir.
Likewise, brother. Bye-bye.
Hey, bye.
All right. Let's just do a couple more because
Yeah.
me and my dog are on the same schedule, and I think we both got to take a dump. All right. So, did you ever get major results from switching? Huh? What are you asking? He's saying, did you ever get major results from switching to training more or less often than usual?
More.
Yeah.
I get more results, more food, more training, more results.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've gotten benefits from both, just depending what I'm able to do. If I can push more food and push more volume in my training, I'll usually grow. But if like right now my recovery is shit, when I pull back, I actually grow better just because I mean my sleep was pretty shitty, and then I was just tired from prep, so I guess I was overtraining or just under I guess same difference. Under recovering, overtraining, same thing. I'd rather call it under recovering because I don't believe you can overtrain. If you can eat enough food and you get in good sleep, I don't think you can really overtrain. I think when you overtrain is because you can't push the food because maybe you're dieting and maybe your sleep is fucked up. I think what people call overtraining is under recovering, right? Is that fair to say?
I agree.
Yeah.
Because if everything is perfect and you're on, listen, we're on all these fucking drugs. Like, let's be real. Like, we're on all these fucking drugs. If you're on a bunch of fucking food, you probably can't overtrain, So usually if you're overtraining, something is missing. So for me, my sleep was fucked up, so I had to pull back. And then my body was banged up, so I had to pull back. Still intense, but the volume is pulled back. And I think I'm getting better results now, pulling back, just to allow me to recover. But that's situational. So once I'm recovered, I'm gonna try to push. I'm gonna try to push everything up. I'm gonna try to push the food. I couldn't even push the drugs just because I was so beat up.
What do you think about the Roman Fritz split? He trains twice a day, 6 days a week, 1 day off, repeat.
I agree with that.
But he's doing nothing except eating and sleeping and doing the bodybuilding thing.
I think it's good.
Milos has people do that as well, and they blow up. But the only thing with Roman is his metabolism is so crazy that I don't know if he can keep. I don't know if he can eat enough food to continue to grow. That's
So
the only.
the dude that asked the question that you had the client that asked the question that you said his lower body's 8 weeks out, his upper body's like 2 weeks out.
Uh-huh.
In order, just me personally, what I do with my clientele and myself is I would have them train their lower body fasted. Like train your legs fasted, leg extension. You don't have to go in and fucking hack squat and do like the heavy PR style movements, but go in the morning and put blood in the legs to harden them
Mhm.
up. That's just and burn fat with
Oh,
cardio. That's just my opinion. That's what I do. It helps just burn that, but you don't want to do that with his upper body. But that's where the two-a-days comes into play,
yeah,
in
yeah,
my opinion. It's
yeah,
just a
That
yeah.
way
makes
to,
sense. Yeah.
but I see it work with, for example, I have a lot of women's physique clientele
Hmm.
and their ass cheeks are soft, their lower body soft and less muscular. So in order to bring that up, we use the bike, depending on what their glutes look like. But the bike is to put blood in the legs and expand them and grow them. And I do have them train legs fasted every so often, like
Hmm.
3 to 4 times a week. Because it hardens up the legs and the glutes and it grows them muscularity wise
Yeah,
while they're
yeah.
in prep. And all my females benefit from that.
Wow.
You know what's funny? Like that sounds super like bro sciencey, but literally, like my first few shows, my legs were completely fat and my upper body was shredded, right? And
Right.
then now it's flipping around. Now my lower body comes in first, and literally what I did is I'll do touch up work.
Hmm.
I'll do touch up work. I'll hit glutes like shit. Sometimes every other day or every day. Get blood in there. Get blood in there. Say I was doing the same for hamstrings, and like I said, it sounds bro sciencey, but it worked for you, worked for clients, and honestly, it worked for me. They work for
I
me
think
as
it just
well.
works in general. And it's
Hmm.
just, again, it just bases off of your diet. But for instance, as my back is growing, it's harder to get it leaner. So I do back stuff every morning and it's just to touch it up, so to say,
Hmm.
but keep it lean as I'm trying to grow without getting too soft.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. And not for nothing, those pumps, it kind of gets it, push it against the skin, I believe, as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
yeah.
like
Keeps the muscles fuller.
in the past 4 or 5
Mhm.
days, I've put on, I've, I went from 131, 132. I just weighed myself this morning, 141 and a half, but
Mhm.
I'm condition wise not dry, but I'm still pushing up against the skin, vascular, striated, separated, and it's a good look. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it as I
Oh yeah,
slowly come off this gear, trying to go into a rebound. But again, it's all about, for me, maintaining the condition because that's what it's all about. The size
oh
is
yeah,
there, but depending on where the size is, like if I have guys that have small arms, train them motherfuckers every morning. Put blood in them every morning.
get
Like,
blood in there.
yeah,
Yeah,
it just works.
there's no rules to this shit, man. There's no rules to this shit. When my
Calves too.
arms, yeah, when my arms first grew, I trained them every day. I train them every day. That goes, it almost goes against what you learn, what muscle building is. But I train my arms every day for like a few years, and my arms blew up. Obviously now I barely train them, but at the time I did that. I did the same for calves. I don't got world class calves, but I trained calves every day for years, and they grew a lot faster. Now I don't train them every day. But so sometimes shit is unorthodox. Same for back. The year my back came up the most, I would touch it up maybe, I don't know, four days a week, 5 days a week. You know, hey man, I can't explain the science to you, because it goes against most of the science. But I'm not a
Well,
fucking scientist.
to the people that hate me that are listening, they should try it out. I'm just kidding, but they should try it out and,
Simple as that.
implement fasted pumps. I'm not saying to go in and blast a full blown workout, like take pre-workout and shit, but like you could take some pump powder and go in and pump up your lagging body parts before you hit your cardio, it just benefit. It's gonna harden that area up. It's gonna grow it.
Yeah.
Same. It's
Honestly,
like when people go in and do abs every morning. Like your abs are still a muscle, and then you have
yeah.
a good set of abs. Like do it on a different muscle.
Hey, look at some of these girls that train glutes every day. Those glutes is
Literally,
gluten. And
literally.
them glutes is growing. Like you ain't gonna tell me it's not. I'm looking at it. That shit is growing. So you listen. Honestly, bro science seems to have more application to bodybuilding than the real science because why are all the top guys super bro science? Even the coaches, Hani and Chris Aceto and Chad, some of the things they
Yeah.
say, you kind of like that has no science base whatsoever. But look at the fucking results. They have the best in the world, and you have the science guy break this shit down to the T, but they can't get nobody to the No Olympias.
But here's the problem. Y'all probably started bodybuilding years ago, 10 plus years ago, like I did, and we
Mhm.
didn't get into this shit because we're fucking scientists. Honestly, I got away from school and college, and bodybuilding was like my little outlet to get away from the sciencey shit. Like
I don't want to
this,
think about it.
we're not in school.
Yeah.
This is not scholastic bodybuilding. Like fuck. So
Nah.
again, and my brother, he's a chemical engineer, and he's into the fitness stuff. And when I speak to him, he's like, "Wow, you make it make sense because you dumb it down." And I'm like, "Yeah, because we're working out. We're not fucking going to engineer like school.
No.
Like if you
Yeah.
make it make sense, you can go harder with it. If you're sitting here thinking, "Oh, I need a bench and I need to go to a single cable and I need to crunch over and lean to get that lower lat." Like, man, stop that shit.
What? I
It's
don't. I don't like the nerding out part of it. Like I'm
in
not in. I'm
there's
not
no
into that.
nerds besides like that Nick Gloff dude. I'm not calling Nick Gloff a nerd, but like Nick Gloff looks fucking crazy and is strong as
Mhm.
hell. But when is there a nerd that looks crazy and is doing well on stage?
You really don't see it. I mean, let's say you might see a one off, but compare that to the people who don't know the science whatsoever and they just work. You know, now they know what works for them. Like Jay was never knew the science of it, but he could break down what works for him, and it worked. I mean,
Hmm.
shit. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't say it didn't work. But same for even cycles. Like, okay, I guess I respect you for doing your research at a young age, but some of these things I'm like I don't even know. I can't even answer your question because I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh yeah, if
Yeah.
I stay on test longer than 6 weeks, is that gonna fuck up my SBH? I'm like, I don't know. What the fuck would I know? I don't know what the fuck it's gonna do. But you should probably stay on longer than 6 weeks. Yeah, but I heard it's not good for. I
Well,
can't tell
if
you that.
yeah, like if you want to suck, then you stay in that lane. Like,
You know, hey
yes,
man, I don't want to run EQ because it's gonna kill my E2. I'm like, I've never had that happen. I don't know if I've even checked my E2. I know what my estradiol is. That's about it. If that's the same thing, I don't fucking know. Just take it, motherfucker. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like EQ ain't gonna kill you. Like just relax, bro. Relax. I think they think so hard that they paralyze themselves. Who the fuck was thinking
exactly.
that? None of you guys were thinking of that shit when you got into it. Oh, is this gonna crash my? I, I don't know. I took it, and then if I got
I was
puffy
excited
nipples,
to
I'll
take a
take.
shot that day. That's it.
That's it. And then I would deal with it as it came. I was like, oh shit, my nipples getting a little sensitive. Oh, I'll take some Adex. Okay, I'll take some Adex.
You just kind of
Problem
like play.
solved.
You play ping pong. Like, oh, this is happening. Now we go over here and do this. Oh, this is happening.
Problem
Okay,
solved.
this.
Yeah.
You don't go into it like paralyzing yourself. Listen, your first cycle, you don't have to take Thomasart in your first cycle. I would hope not. Like, damn, like how your blood pressure is gonna triple on your first cycle, motherfucker. Like it took me like 6 years for my blood pressure to even budge from. It's like I don't know. I feel like you're so worried something is gonna happen that you're doing too much. You
Dude,
know.
that makes me think like the only time I've ever had like a health concern was when I got too fat. I had to like literally go to the hospital
Okay.
because I was getting like splitting headaches up the back of my head because I was so fat that my blood pressure was sky high. I was dehydrated somehow. I had to go to the hospital because it was just scary because I was getting these splitting headaches as soon as I did my first rep. And I was
Yeah.
too fat from eating like a fat fuck.
That'll
So
do it.
that's the only time I've had health problems. But that was like
Which is crazy
year
to hear because you have a crazy metabolism now.
but that was when like right after I turned pro, I think, like
Yeah.
2018. Like whenever I really started bodybuilding for real, when I came out here to Texas, my metabolism is fast, whatever you want to call it. But I think my body matured
It
because
built it.
I'm not in survival mode, but I'm living life out here on my own. So I don't have time and extra bullshit, like just straight up extra time to be a fat fuck.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
Well,
it's just
and then a lot of it was probably water weight, which is probably even more dangerous than the body fat if you holding a
if I
shit ton
brought
of
up
water.
pictures, it's a complete like I was 140, same weight, just fat, like soft
Oh,
fat,
damn.
round
Yeah.
basketball head. But that's just what used to happen to me. But again, it's because I always allowed a coach to control me. When I came out here to Texas, I got rid of the coach that helped me turn pro, and I took control of myself. And that's when I ended up with Yassine. But having control over my own, and that's another thing with what I'm doing in this moment is, I mean, I'm back in control of my protocols or just my daily life of bodybuilding because I don't feel like I have to go do cardio to get this water and 1.5 pounds of fat off to win the Legion. Like, fuck that's so stressful because I know it's not going to happen. My body, I just know my body and I know where my body wants to go and it's into a rebound. And yeah, but getting
Yeah.
fat is the only time I've had health concerns. Like steroid abuse only comes from people who don't know how to bodybuild, I feel like.
Yeah.
I, I would have to agree. I would have to agree. It's like I think for us, like getting way too heavy is gonna do a lot worse than taking gear. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where you see it.
It's like a fucking attaching an 18 wheeler to a Toyota Tacoma or a Chevy
Exactly.
Silverado. You can't pull all that. Like,
No,
you know,
no.
you can't do that and you can't put that on your heart. And I am a smaller person. Y'all saw me in person. I'm not huge, but as my
Mhm.
body weight goes up, I start like if I lay on my stomach when I'm sleeping, I'm like like I wake up like that, like fuck. This is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
scary. Like I'm not huge by any means, but my body weight is getting to that point for my frame. And
100%.
like my hands are going numb, my arms are going numb when I'm sleeping. Like it's not major things, but they're things. And
Yeah, can't let it get too far. There's a level of uncomfortability that you have to deal with in bodybuilding that that is that you just have to deal with to get to a certain size, but you have to have a limit. You know, for me, when I start feeling nervous, like legit nervous, like you said, you lay down and you wake up choking and you go, nah, I'm
yeah,
not dealing. Fuck all that. I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm a grown ass
yeah,
man. I'm not gonna be laying down thinking I'm about to die and be like, oh, but I got to get bigger. I should be able to get bigger without fucking feel like I'm gonna die every night, you know.
yep, yep.
So I'm at a point that I can't deal with. I'm not, you know, some lower back pumps here and there, whatever. I'll take it. You know, get a little full and uncomfortable. I'll take it. But the moment I lay down and I'm choking and I'm scared to go to sleep, nah, I'm not
And
dealing
you
with that
That's too
shit.
know,
much.
that reminds me like this year has been a lot different. I quit vaping.
Mhm.
Um, I quit really smoking like blunts because I bought a bowl and I just stopped smoking blunts. Like I tried to like get rid of a few extra little things like the papers and vaping. I feel like vaping blew my gut out and papers just like my cardio. So like smoking bowls is pretty much all I do now.
Mhm.
And I don't smoke as much. Like
Yeah,
I don't have to rely. I'm just trying to like just wean myself off of shit that I was like semi addicted to.
yeah. I feel that.
And it's a
Shit,
good feeling.
my lungs are done. First of all, I got respiratory issues. I got asthma. I had bronchitis as a kid, and I smoke. I smoke quite a bit. So my actual cardio, I don't think is that bad, but my lungs are not the best. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about
Same.
Zayd.
As he's
How's your
smoking.
lungs?
See, that's the only time it feels better to be lighter.
Oh yeah, that's true.
When
Yeah,
you
that's true.
smoke, when you're a smoker, you would definitely want to be lighter. And just like you, Alyssa, to be honest, I'm being more mindful nowadays because I'm trying to get bigger. And I noticed I started snoring, dude,
Me
because
Oh
too.
yeah.
I'm gaining weight and I'm still smoking, so my breathing is getting messed up. So it's making me basically try to breathe through my mouth and snore or whatever. I don't know,
I
but
don't
I've
know
been
how, but
snoring crazy. So now I
one
have to
night I
fix it.
accidentally I don't know what this is. One night I accidentally fell asleep and somehow my phone was videotaping in the darkness. I don't know how.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I was like, what's this video? And it was just me sleeping, but I was snoring. And I was like, whoa, I snore that fucking loud? Like,
Yeah.
that is a problem.
Yeah, you
It's
can't tell
probably
unless you
because you're
get.
not breathing through your nose.
And okay, and here's another thing that I do. And it's probably weird, and I just be bored on prep, but I pull all the hairs out of my nose. Like I don't wax it;
Mhm.
I just pluck them with tweezers. But
Mhm.
it just helps me breathe more clear.
It
And
does.
Yeah.
It definitely
After
does.
you sneeze like a million times, you know?
No, like when the snoring gets really, really bad, I know I'm snoring. Like I could hear myself snoring. It's really bad. But when it's not that bad, I just assume I'm not snoring. When I can't hear it, I'm like, oh, I must not be snoring. I'm good now. But then somebody tells me eventually, like, hey, you snore pretty bad.
You're
I'm like,
snoring.
me? I'm like, no, not me. No, it can't be me. Like, oh, you snore pretty bad. I'm like, really? So yeah, you'll be surprised how bad you snore when you when you're out and about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
By the way, I bought this thing that is a magnet that you put on your nose, and it's like a little thing that attaches to the
pulls it
magnet. And
apart.
yeah, that shit does
yeah,
not fucking work. Do not buy that crap.
No, that's just
yeah,
I
trash. I've
spent
tried the
50
nose
bucks on
strips.
God damn it.
It's just people
Fucking
that get them
doesn't
for
work.
free on Instagram and then they market it just because they got it for free.
yeah.
That
I
shit don't
got
work.
I got a CPAP right next to me. I haven't been able to use it.
Next time y'all go to the barbers and get your hair cut or whatever, have them wax your nose hairs. See if that for real. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. It
You know,
works.
Yeah,
I
no.
always ask, but not too many barbershops do it nowadays. Back in the day, they used to be like everybody does it, or most people do it, but not anymore. Like you have to go to a specific barber that does it. You
Damn.
know?
It's like instant relief. Like, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
give it for the followers who are listening. Try it.
Yeah,
Have y'all tried CPAP?
not yet. No.
I don't need one.
I
I don't
just
think I
Do you
will.
snore? Can you snore when you have that on, or no?
not when you have it on.
No. Okay.
It's so like, how do people leave it on all night? I can't imagine. I feel like I almost panic. I'm like, what the fuck? It's so uncomfortable. It's so fucking uncomfortable. It's pushing air up your fucking nose. How the fuck can I leave that on? I don't, and people wear it all the time. Just fucking taking a nap. I see Hunter wears it just take a nap. I'm like, but it is once I put it on, I can't go to sleep. First of all, the shit is on my face. I like to sleep on my stomach. How the fuck do I sleep on my stomach with the shit on my face? I usually choke if I sleep on my back, but obviously with the mask, I probably won't choke. But it's just habit. I don't know how to sleep on my back.
Mm.
It's so uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't know what to do because I know my sleep is going to be so much better with it because that's what everybody tells me, and they recover so much better, and they're a new person, and I want to feel like that, but I've tried like 10 times. It's just there's no way. I don't.
Nah.
I'm gonna keep trying, but I just
Maybe try getting the nose piece instead of the mask.
that's what I got, bro. I got the nose piece because I
Yeah.
know there's no chance I could do the full mask. So I was like, the nose piece, I should be able to do it. I can't, bro. I wish I could. I wish I could, but I just can't imagine being able to do it. Like I said, I'm gonna keep trying, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I just get so I get. I think I panic. I just literally panic. My heart rate goes up. I start breathing faster, and then I just
Yeah.
can't, I can't do it. Maybe one day
Yeah.
because from what I hear, it's life changing. But I can't have that on my face. You know.
Hell no.
Okay. Let's do one more question and then end
Let's
it there.
do it. I'm gonna go eat after this.
You guys going to the Olympia?
That's the question?
Yeah.
That cannot be the question.
Well, he said you guys going to be training at Torture and Dragon's Lair at the Olympia, but I
That's
just
the worst gym to go to in the Olympia because you won't find a machine.
Yeah.
Everybody's
You know?
gonna be there.
It's good to have to socialize, but not to train.
Zayd is staying with us, right? So Zayd is going.
Yeah.
We still haven't booked it, but I mean it's an Airbnb. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of Airbnbs there. I don't think it's hard to get.
You
Are
would
you going,
think,
Alyssa?
dude, the Olympia weekend is cool.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
I'm tapping out of shows this year. I'm fixing my car. My car's got some shit going on, so I got to get my car fixed up. Then I'm gonna go back to Florida and visit my family.
All right, but okay.
For the
Well,
for the holidays.
I'm gonna ask Paul how much that Airbnb is. If it's high price, man, I'm staying in that motel right by Dragon's Lair. That that cheap ass motel. It was like last time I stayed, it was like $60 a night. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll stay there, no problem.
We gotta book it for sure.
Yeah, we
before
gotta
it
book
goes
it.
higher.
Paul usually handles that stuff, man. I don't got the brain energy. Let Paul handle it. Hey, Paul, if you're watching, go book that Airbnb and just send us the total, man.
He's the manager of the group of Fit Nation.
And
Yeah,
he does such a good job.
He did a great job, but he even we missed the flight. He went and got set that up while me and Zayd was just talking shit, talking shit the whole time.
Smoking weed.
we having the stupidest debates about the randomest shit in the world, talking about cockroaches and dieting and just random shit while Paul's doing all the hard work and Joe's sleeping and snoring somewhere. That shit was fun though. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm looking forward to,
dude. Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for y'all before we hang up. Because I don't know what the fuck to eat besides tacos and Five Guys, and I'm sick of muffins, to be honest. But I've killed a couple boxes of cereal, but I don't know what to eat. What do I eat?
That goes down easy. You want something to go down easy?
That's something good. Like, what's a good post-show meal? Like, I haven't really had a good meal out.
So, oddly enough, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually a chef. So I'm a really good cook. So I kind of prefer to cook my own meals.
Okay.
So I'll make lasagna. I'll make pastas, burgers, mashed potatoes, beef, all that. Eating out, it's hard, right? Isn't it hard to pick? Like after the show, I'm like,
if I were you, I would go with buffalo wings. That sounds good right now.
Pizza and wings has been on my mind. I went to Cane's. I did smash some Cane's and some sushi.
Good. When you go to Cane's, ask for the, not the regular bun for the sandwich. Ask for a sourdough bun. It's so good.
They do that?
Yeah, so they make it in a sourdough, but a crispy chicken sandwich. That shit tastes great. And toast.
Those are two things that I don't like to make that I like to eat out for. Pizza is not hard to make, but who would fuck wants to make pizza? Like that's weird. Fucking make the dough and that's
and get a frozen one from the store.
Those be good sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, those be good sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But if I go out, I like to go out for pizza and sushi. I guess you can make sushi, but who the fuck? No. That's kind of weird. Who the fuck? I think it's a little weird to make sushi.
Is Cheesecake Factory anything?
I like Cheesecake Factory, but I usually just order a bunch of cheesecakes from there.
Honestly. Yeah, I think I'm due for a piece of cheesecake.
They got a really
mango
good
key lime cheesecake.
I like that one actually.
You
I
like the
don't. I'm
Mango
not.
stuff?
key lime. That shit is crazy good.
It actually is.
I've been
I'm not.
craving carrot cake.
They have a good carrot cake too.
Mm.
And these are things I'm not into, but from Cheesecake Factory, because I don't like lime, key lime. I've never been into that, but this shit is good. I'm not gonna lie. Same with carrot cake. I'm not a huge carrot cake guy, but if you get a really good piece of carrot cake, that shit is good. Yeah, you can't go wrong with
Yeah.
cheese. But they have a big menu. Like they have really good burgers. I don't think anybody talks about the burgers, but they actually have really good burgers. Um, they have a good menu all across the board. You can't go wrong with Cheesecake Factory, you know. But eating out like the way you're feeling right now, I get kind of flustered. I don't know what to get. I'm like, there's so
I
many
know.
options, you know. There's so many options, but then at the same time, you're kind of like, nah, I don't want that. It's really, I get really like hard to pick when I eat out. That's why I'm like, I end up just cooking. I'm like, if I cook it, I'm gonna eat it. But
I just
when
end up getting tacos and
the same
calling it a
shit,
day. Yeah, the same shit.
Ramen
basically.
sounds good.
Ramen is fucking good. I love some ramen.
I could do some ramen, sushi, pizza.
The
Those
fucking cheap ass.
you know, those are things. But I want cheap sushi. I don't want to pay. I don't want to order sushi and it's like $100. Fuck that
I
shit. I'm
just
not.
did that the other night, but I'll say it was worth it because it was. I went out with my roommate and his girl, and we had a good time. And the sushi was actually really fucking good. So,
Okay,
well
good.
worth it. And not doing that again though.
Yeah, that's a lot. You guys like Korean barbecue?
That
I
sounds
do
good.
not.
But isn't that where you have to cook it yourself?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. That's why I don't like it. If I
That's
wanted
why
to
I
cook
don't
my
like it
food, I would
either.
stay at home. You
they
know?
they 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 make it seem like this like a bonus that you're cooking it yourself. Like,
Like, nah, you making us work for it
yeah, I would
and
rather
pay
just
for it.
Plus,
well
dude,
because
you
if
have to sit on a table that has at least two. There's no way you can do one grill for everyone. You would be
no.
nibbling all day. You know, you wouldn't be eating.
I only like going to Korean barbecue if a big group of friends and there's somebody else doing the cooking. You know, hey, let me get it. Let me get one of those bulgogis, you know, and they cook it up and they give it to you. You know, you just gotta act like you can't reach. Oh, I can't reach. Yo, you mind giving me? You know, that's the only time I go Korean barbecue. If it's a big group of friends and they like to cook, you know, they they make it seem like a bonus because you get to customize it. But I'm like, how about I just tell you how I want it? I want it well done, motherfucker. Just cook it for me, motherfucker. I don't want to. I don't want to cook. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, it tastes good though. I give them that.
It does
Cracker
taste good,
Barrels.
yeah.
Cracker Barrel's been on my mind too. Like a nice Cracker Barrel meal.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'm fucking hungry if you can't tell.
I, I could tell. Hey, listen. You said you like were they Costco cookies? You said or donuts? What did you say?
Walmart donuts.
Walmart
Oh,
donuts. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to Walmart. I forgot about that.
I got
A
a.
Philly cheesesteak sandwich sounds good right now.
Oh, I could do a Philly. I could do a Philly.
Like
Yeah,
a really good Philly cheesesteak sandwich with some fries. Whoa, that would be
you
good.
know, me and Stu talked about burgers versus sandwiches. I think I'm starting to like sandwiches more because I think I would prefer like a chopped cheese or a Philly cheesesteak over like a burger. I like sandwiches now. You know,
Yeah, I
it,
could
it,
get into that. Yeah,
yeah,
for
you
sure.
know, it's
Man, they're all so
similar.
good. Yeah.
I'm
A
sick
steak
of
sandwich.
burgers. I'm sick of burgers and muffins. I gotta take a break from those, and then I'll put them back in the diet. But for now,
You gotta take a break. Yeah,
I'm gonna go to Walmart and get a box of donuts.
Yeah.
I feel that way about cookies. I gotta take a break from cookies. Too many
Cookies are just
cookies.
too. I don't like density, and that's the muffins are dense. Cookies are dense. Like
It takes
cheesecake
up
is
too much.
dense.
It takes up a lot of space. Yeah, I want something nice and light. I've
Like
been
I ate a
doing.
whole box of Rice Krispies last night. A whole box. Like,
Ooh, you got
and
the
I woke
calories
up fucking shredded. I was like, "This is awesome. I'm doing it again tonight." Hashtag fat free. I
Damn.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck
fuck it,
it.
fuck it.
That's me with that Mexican dessert.
Which one?
rice pudding I showed you.
Oh, you love that shit. I mean, it was pretty good when I had it. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, it's so good. I don't even know what it's called. It's just a rice pudding.
It's not
like
no,
tapioca.
He had got this. It was like a sweet rice pudding he got.
Yeah.
That was probably my first time having it, and
What, in
honestly, it was
Dallas?
good. Yeah,
It's so good.
it was actually
It's
really
literally
good.
just milk, sugar, cream, and rice.
Yeah.
That's it.
That sounds good right now too.
Yeah, damn, I'm hungry.
All right, y'all. Thanks for coming on. I'm about
Course,
to
dude.
eat too. I still
See you
didn't have my
next
meal.
time.
Still didn't have my meal one. Believe it or not, you know me. The
Yeah.
bodybuilder's bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying? The bodybuilder's bodybuilder.
If it works, it works, man.
I get big from 3 meals a day, but I got 320 this year. Apparently, I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm trying to bring Ghana back. The Nigerians are taking over. I'm gonna see if me and Bonak. I'm gonna try to bring Ghana back on the map.
Yeah.
It's on the way out, I think, right? So,
Yeah.
right there.
I gotta step in. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming on,
Yeah.
y'all. I'll holler at y'all.
Deuces. Later.
Peace out.